What's up, everybody? It's your boy EJG. We are back with another one. We're back with Let's Talk About It. Today, we're talking about the Bluecoats, baby. And I am so excited because this show in particular has grown on me like no other. I'm telling you. So I'm really excited to get into it. Let's go. On this episode of Let's Talk About It, we will be diving into the Bluecoats and their 2025 production entitled The Observer Effect. This iconic and multi-championship winning core is based out of Canton, Ohio. They are also the reigning 2024 DCI World Champions, for those that didn't know. The Bluecoats are kings and queens of contemporary show designs and innovative musical packages. Throughout the years, they have perfected a creative formula that has produced so many legendary shows like Tilt, Downside Up, Session 44, Rifts and Revelations, and Change is Everything. Now, the Observer Effect lives up to every expectation you could possibly have for a Bluecoats production. From the bright and colorful aesthetics to the electrical musical packages, this show is a time from start to finish, and I can guarantee it. All right, y'all, let's get into it. This is the Bluecoats 2025 production entitled The Observer Effect. Let's go. I love this spread, and I really love the tarps that they use to really set the field. Look, Bluecoats are known for using a tarp or two. They know how to take a field and redesign it and really make it their stage, you know. And I think that that's something a lot of groups should do more often. Take time to reimagine the football field and make it fit whatever theme that you're gonna do. And they did a great job of doing that with these tarps.
Performing their 2025 program, The Observer Effect. Drum Corps International is proud to present.
I love this shower of metallic colors from the front ensemble. This opening is so cool. Those chords. Love that. Such a cool build, man. Honestly, that whole section of me kind of feels like they're really taking you through this musical vortex or black hole and kind of transferring you into the world, you know, of the show. So I just think that was just such a really cool soundscape and a really cool moment. Talk about leaving an impression when you start your show. That's how you do it. Come on. All right, we're gonna keep going. No promises on the pausing, but I'm just going with the flow. And it's such a cool interest with the battery. The way they're playing off of that heavy downbeat in the 3/4 field. Ooh, that roll. And then they smack us right in the face with that brass sound. All these trumpet riffs, man. They're just trading notes, and it's crazy because it's building up so much momentum as they're leading up to this final impact. Yeah, battery. A strong opener. Strong opener. I really love the use of all the metallic colors in the front ensemble. And we have our trumpet Hocket feature, which has definitely become a staple in Bluecoat shows. But I feel like this is my favorite rendition of it. I feel like they executed it so well and it just sounds so cool, especially on top of the chords. and on top of the changes from the front ensemble. And then you have the low brass layering in with these chords underneath it all. Ooh. Those hits had so much attitude in it. And then the trumpet screamer. Their horn line has so much power and attitude. It's such a great blend. I love it. Bum, bum, bum. Love these unison hits in the front ensemble. That was a great transition. That was a great percussion moment. These flags, man. Look, I got so mesmerized with what the guard was doing. I forgot all about the horn line and the rest of the group. Those flags are so cool, man. And y'all are clean. Y'all look good. That was very much together. The way y'all moved that block, yeah. I love this line in front ensemble. As it kind of strings along the next section. And then we have this extended snare feature, which is really cool. Did y'all catch that split? Did y'all catch that? We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. Because just how they like move from section to section, and then the snares kind of usher this new section in, coming from the back, while the front ensemble kind of sets the musical landscape, while also doing splits on the marimbas. And they're splitting on the left hand. Okay, clock it. Another thing, I don't know what y'all do in y'all spring training, but Bluecoats battery moves so well on the field. Y'all are just like, in addition to being great players and great performers, y'all move so well. And this may be a thing that like y'all may not think about, but like these guys have to wear these drums. They have to like move around wearing these heavy drums, like working with these heavy artillery, these heavy harnesses, these uncomfortable things. But they move so smoothly, they make it look effortlessly. It make it look like they're just gliding across the field. And that's something that's like incredibly hard to do, and something that's incredibly hard to do consistently. Like for you to have an entire moment with just your snare line and they're actually able to like do drill. Like they have their own drill like on the front side of the field for this amount of time. Like it's impressive. It's cool. So I will always give Bluecoats battery their props because those guys know how to march and they know how to look good while moving across the field. And I feel like that's like 75% of the job. Can you move well with this drum on you? How well can you play and move? Like look at them in a straight line, just moving across the front of the field. Turning around, like that's props to y'all. And this lush chord facing backfield. Bluecoats know how to give us a transition. They just really know how to like give us a transition. They are the kings and queens of that. Come on, trombone soloist. A melanated trombone soloist at that. We love to see it. We love to see it. And I love how like musically they kind of strip everything down to where it's just the piano, and it's kind of like almost like a pop producer type piano and just the trombone, like just to make that moment just more intimate of a musical moment before bringing everyone else back in. Those moments are always super cool, and they really set the tone for whatever you want the ballad to be. just a tastefully pasted like build. This ballad just paced out so well, in my opinion. Now we have some subtle quad playing, giving us a new texture, but still kind of moving the section along, giving us a little. Like, such a cool build, man. That electronic sample coming into that hit, badass. And then you just jam out for a little bit. Give the people something they could feel, they could nod their head to for a little bit. Give us some solos, give us some loud playing, my bad. I love that melody. Da, 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 da. And then this sustain right here. Money. But that's just one of the ways you can really make a big moment out of your ballads. Like, just have fun. Like, if you're playing a song, like, let that chorus, like, tap in, sit in that chorus for a little bit, like, let it be a headbanging moment for a while, so you can really enjoy the essence of whatever that song is. You can really make it a big moment. But well done. And then right back to the madness. I love it. Come on, basses. That eats. When they first came out with that feature, I was kind of iffy about it, but I definitely get it now. Like, that's a cool thing. Like, the splits between the rims, and then, yeah. I love how they just like build that moment from just like minimal to nothing and just like build up the chaos and all the different color and textures right back into that hit. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba. I love how open this section is. Kind of open, but still kind of, you know, quirky and eclectic, but some really cool like brass moments. And because their horn line plays with so much attitude and so much grit, they can pull off moments like these, you know? Because whenever they come in, like, their impacts are going to be more emphatic. Like, they're going to have that punch that all those moments require. See what I mean? Bow! Like, come on. We're going back. This contra moment is so dope. Ah, that is so fire. That eats. See, this is just a good time. Mellows are going. Just wrapping up energy, man. And down, okay? That section is so cool. Section gave us a little bit of percussion section and then kind of wrapped everything up into this like groove, and then you end up having fun, and then it just ends with this powerful statement. Like, man, That's what I'm telling y'all. This show is a time. This show is a time. Some more backfield playing. I love this section too. Yes, snares. I love that they aren't afraid of repetition. You know what I mean? One second. I love that they aren't afraid of repetition within their musical books, because I feel like, with a melody and a harmony like this, like the more that they played it and the more they introduce it to us and let us like really sit with it, the more it's going to stick with us. Like once they actually turn around and give it to us at full volume, like we said, like they were playing backfield, heading towards that back corner, and introducing us to this melody while every time still coming back to the bum ba ba bum to end each phrase, like just re-emphasizing that, so that way when they turn around and smack us in the face with it, we've already been waiting for it, and it just feels 1,000 times more better. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. Just the intentionality of everything that they do, I love it. I love it. The screamer turning backfield is also a cool feature. Yeah, guard. This music is so great, man. These guys are marching, man. I love this spread. Yeah. Come on. Final hit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then what did I say? Blue. And they earn all of that. They deserve all of that. Yeah. The visual. Let's start with the uniforms, okay? Because the uniforms had to grow on me. I'm not going to hold you. They had to grow on me. But I do love the look. I really love seeing Bluecoats in an all-white look in general. Like, it's very fresh. And with the amount of movement and just the cool visual things they do on the field as far as the drill and their arrangements and their choreography, they always tend to look better in white or in, like, brightly colored uniforms, because they're going to do a lot and you're going to see and notice everything. But I still love the somewhat, minimalistic design. They have a coat on, which is definitely something that, historically relevant, because they are the Bluecoats. And, in their older uniforms, they would typically have a coat. So it's kind of cool that they were able to bring that back with this theme. And, with the black outlining of everything. And you could also see that a lot of them like wore glasses, which is also a pretty cool touch. And then, so the uniform, I definitely like it. Like I said, it took a minute for it to grow on me, because at first I was like, okay, what's going on? But I understand it. And it looks cool. It looks really good on the field. It looks good up close, and it looks really good on the field. The guard uniforms, I love the guard uniforms. A part of me was kind of hoping like the entire core would have been in something like more similar to how they have it, because I really love just like the cutoffs of the tops. I love the fit of it. I love the fit of the pants as well. I love that there's so much room for like movement and everything like that. And then just kind of like the splashes of color on them, but the splashes of color almost look like pixelized, like when you see the garments up close, but like it looks really cool. And for me at first, I was like, oh my god, it would look cool if y'all would have put like the entire core in something like that. But this look still looks great as well, because the guard uniforms definitely complement the musician uniforms. Like, and it's very modern, it's minimalistic, but it's very modern, it's futuristic, and it looks good. It looks great. Now, as far as Some other things they did on the field, I really love the tarps. I really love the tarp. I really love the props. The props are colorful. They are multi-purpose. Like, they do a lot of different things, and you could tell that they were very intentional about making sure that those props were going to be, multi-purpose, and like they can move them here. Like, we could stack them on top of each other. Like, it's going to be easy to get all that stuff out on the field. It's going to be easy to take it off. It's going to be easy to put all this stuff on the trucks. And yeah, okay, so props, y'all did a great job of doing that, and I just love that, like, they have the primary colors, and like it can just really change the way you view them. Like, there's so many moments within the shows where like some of the members are standing inside of the boxes. There's so many moments where the boxes are spinning, and you get to see different vantage points of the field from like different colors, and like from different, I don't know, there's some points like you may see different colors that you wouldn't necessarily see from one side. It's just really cool. There's so many different things you could do with it. Hence the observer effect. There's so many different ways you could observe it. See what I did there? But yeah, so visually speaking, is there anything else? The drill. I really enjoyed the drill. I think they really commanded the field in a really good way, and they were really creative about how they not only maneuver in and out of the props, but still created somewhat, of some really cool movements, and were able to do a lot of really cool effects. So the way that they utilize the field every single year is always super smart, and it's always super calculated, and it always results in like a really cool visual performance. So for Bluecoats, I will give them a 10 out of 10 for the visual. I love the props. I love the uniforms. I loved everything they did on the field. I love the look. I love the aesthetic. And we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it since we're talking about the visuals. I hate to say it, but Bluecoats had the best rollout of the season. That promo video was one of the best promotion videos I've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry, but nobody was touching the way Bluecoats did their rollouts. I hope everyone else take notes, honestly, because that's how it needs to be done. If we're going to continue this activity, and if we're really going to like put a lot of like creative energy and time into these shows, then the promotion and the rollout needs to match that. Okay, let's push ourselves. Let's push ourselves to a different standard. Let's push ourselves to a higher standard with how we present our shows and with how we do a rollout, because Bluecoats are schooling everybody else. And they only made that more apparent with their show this year and with that video, because I was like, oh my gosh, I was thinking this was going to be a movie or like a whole music video. I would have been fine with that, with the promo video, and that would have been enough for me. But yeah, so visual, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, easily. Now the music. Now, I've already admitted that this show definitely took a while to kind of like grow on me, and it's because I spent so much time just actually listening to this musical book. And man, when I tell you, the more I listened to it, the more in love I fell with this show, because like there's so much happening when you actually sit and analyze it and like listen to what's being written, what's being played, how the moments are tied together, the transitions, like the way everything is just like so incredibly intentional, the way things are, and even the more experimental things. Like, there's so many cool features. There's so many cool like brass features in this show. Like, it's great, man. So, and then the percussion writing. I've always been a huge fan of the percussion writing. Tom Rick is a OG in the game, and like in their percussion section, like they perform well every single year. They always show up to the bat ready to go, ready to play, and the music is always so tasteful, and they're always performing with just like a different level of like attitude and a different swag that like just makes it so believable, makes it so cool. And it's like it's a fresh approach to like marching band and to drum corps, and that's one thing I really appreciate about them. Like, they don't necessarily prioritize like taking the traditional route, especially when it comes to the music. And it's effective, and it's so cool because it gives us a different sound. It gives us a different musical landscape. It puts us in different, soundscapes and in different world audibly. And we appreciate that because they play it so well and they execute it so well. They execute it at a high level. It's just like, wow, this stuff is cool. So like I said, the more that I sat down to listen to it, I was like, this show is genius. Like, the brass arrangers, the percussion arrangers, I love y'all. y'all did some incredible things with this show. Y'all did some incredible things with this show. I'm gonna have to do a separate video because there's a lot of specific things that I want to like really get into when it comes to, you know, the brass book and the percussion book, and I don't want to spend too much time on these videos. So stay on the lookout for a separate video because I may get back to it. But the music, I will give it a 9 out of 10. Music, 9 out of 10. GE. Okay, so we already know Bluecoats are the kings and queens of general effect. Why? Because this group, this ensemble, is one who is always going to push the boundaries and are going to elevate the way that they do things. They're always going to come up with some new tricks out of their bucket. They're always going to do some new things visually that you will never be prepared for. They're always going to come out with a new prop. They're always going to come out with a new look. They know how to reinvent themselves. They know how to reinvent the wheel until it is no longer a wheel, and then they will bring it back into a wheel, and you will forget that you didn't even like wheels in the first place, but now we're back on wheels and you're not even able to keep up, because that's how the Bluecoats go. So whatever they put on the field, it's going to be effective. Now, they did so many things in this show that I think that we truly have to like talk about. For one, just I've never seen an opener like this opener. One thing about Bluecoats, I never know how they're going to start their shows. I never know because they always do something different every single year, and it's like they're trying out different openers and like coming up with different ways of doing the thing. So I love their openers, but this year I was just like, this opener is insane. But like I was mentioning, it just feels like, you know, audibly, like with the music, it feels like they kind of like push you through this like vortex of a black hole, and then just like really bring you into the world of the observer effect, into this separate alternative universe. And they do that audibly with the music, with the different effects, with the different with the different shimmery sounds and the different, you know, metallic noises coming from the front ensemble. There's so many things going on, from, you know, the different risers and the different things going on with the sound effects and everything. Like, I don't know, it's cool. So that opener was 101. Like, if you're gonna start off a show and you're gonna bring people into a different world, that's how you do it. It has to be convincing, it has to be compelling, it has to be memorable, it has to make a statement, and it has to, you know, it has to make a big first impression. So when it comes to general effect, like, if you can literally keep people on the edge, you can have people on the edge of their seat from the opener, you're already in a good space. You already have them locked in. So that's just one of the things. When it comes to their props, some of the best props this season. Clearly, like the blue, the primary colors, they're very bright, they're very versatile, and they use them in such an incredible way. Like, there was moments where they took up the field, there was moments where they were more consolidated and maybe like in bigger formations. There were moments where like they were split up and they were spread out. And like, because one of the things that I really love about the closer is that, like, you know, the boxes are now spread out across the field, and it kind of makes somewhat of a grid, while the rest of the core is kind of like, you know, fitting in between there and maneuvering in and out of those formations, and like the different barriers that the prop set for them. But however, they're still incredibly effective. They're fun to look at. They're cool. Like, people get to use them as a little stage. You get to see different performers standing on top of them at different moments and stuff like that. Even the trombone soloist is standing on top of blocks and stuff like that. So it's just really cool how they really just like take the time to like really bring you into the conceptual world that they're trying to create. And they're not afraid of, like, you know, decorating the field. We see the props. Bluecoats are not afraid to use a prop. So I'm just always in awe of how they're so detail oriented, and how they make sure that they will stop at nothing to make sure that the aesthetic is right, and to make sure that you understand what they're trying to get across, that you understand that you're not just watching a show, but you are now entering into this world that they are going to create, and they stop at nothing to create that world. Like, you know, from everything they do, like, you see a lot of the members that are like wearing the glasses and everything. Like, it's so detailed, or the way they move, the different movements, the different, you know, this, it's so much. But all in all, I will definitely give them a 10 out of 10 for the GE, as if they weren't going to get that anyway, because they're the Bluecoats, and that's how they do it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Look, I'm telling y'all, the Bluecoats are on fire this year, and they're going to be able to add this revolutionary show to the repertoire of revolutionary, innovative shows that they already have under their belt. But let me know what you guys think about it. Like, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this show, what you guys think about the visual, what you guys think about the music. Let me know what your best part of the show is. Anything. You could just go to the comments and type out blue in all caps. But just hit me in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I would love to hear from y'all. But this has been another episode of Let's Talk About It. Thanks for joining with me, and I will see y'all on the next one. We out.